Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to the new tutorial about the Enscape interior rendering. Today we have some new kitchen design in here. As you can see, we set all of the assets, objects and lights in the environment. So I'm going to press F on my keyboard for managing my views. So I'm going to click on the camera number 4 in here. As you can see, we have two rectangle lights in this place, and if you want to see it on your 3D model, you can maximize your screen and use the look around option. As you can see, we have this sphere light in here. I can make it a little bit in this place, and this is the rectangle light that we have in here, and you can activate it from the Enscape object and rectangle light or disk light in here. So one of the important things that most of the Enscape users have some problem with it is the color of the lights. If you want to change the main default light of the Enscape lights, you must use the colors in the SketchUp. So I'm going to use paint bucket in here. I'm going to open it. I need some warm color like the Abisco color. So I click on the Abisco color and add it to my light. As you can see the differences in here, now we have some warm light in here. I can use the look around option in this place and add another light to this place. Before I add it, look at this place in the Enscape. When I click on the light, we will have some warm light in here. So I have other lights in my environment like the hidden lights, and one of them on the roof with the pink color, and another one is the spotlight in this place. So I talked about the lights at the previous tutorials, so you can watch them, but it's very simple and easy. For example, if you want some spotlight, you can click on the Enscape object. I'm going to close Enscape in here. I'm going to click on the spotlight. First click on my screen, another click, and another click. Now you create your spotlight. For the rectangle light, you can click on this place, and this place. You create your rectangle light, very simple and easy. So it's not really hard thing, and you can change it by your own test. So I'm going to click on the paint bucket in here. I'm going to select sample paint, pick up this color and add it to my spotlights too. And I need to do another thing in here, and it's about some face lights. For this reason, I'm going to draw some rectangles in here, convert it to the group. And now I'm going to take some random copies in these cutted places in the kitchen design. As you can see, I'm going to move it a little bit and take some copies in here and another one to the downside with some number about like this. So now I'm going to select one color in here, for example teal color, and add it to my faces. As you can see, very simple, we can do this job, and it's a little bit can take a time of you, but it's really good job for rendering. So I'm going to select these faces in here like that, and now I want to right click and convert it to the group. So I'm going to use rotate option, and now I want to take some copy rotate in the 90°. So I'm going to click on this part and add it to my right side of the kitchen. Very simple and easy. So I'm going to click on the camera number 4 in here, and I will start my rendering right now. So if you like this video till now, please subscribe our YouTube channel. So I'm going to click on the Start Enscape in here. It takes a little bit time and depends on your system. So don't worry about the sometimes it will be crash, but it's normal because we have different type of configs and graphic cards. So Enscape load for us, and now I'm going to maximize my screen in here. We have some interior render, so light managing and controlling the artificial lights is really important. And I forgot that this kitchen design belongs to the person who called Terasi, and and this project done in the Iran. So the designer and 3D visualizer is the Surush from the SketchUp Arc Studio. So I'm gonna click on the visual setting in here, my rendering quality and the draft option. I can change it to the ultra because I need full calculation of the lights and environment. Alright, it's done for me. Now I want to come to the atmosphere. As you can see, I'm going to use the artificial light brightness and increase it as I can in some number about, for example, 156. And we have in the main bar some option that called exposure. I'm going to increase the exposure with some number about 61%. I'm going to use the field of view for zooming in my target and my kitchen, like that, very simple. Watch out from these places in your render. So I think some number about 43 can be good. And I'm going to increase the depth of field. It takes a little bit time to update the screen with the new settings. So we have some option that called focal point. It depends on you which type of places you want to focus. For example, you want to focus on these people in here, this woman, or you want to focus on your kitchen. For example, this kitchen in here. So you can adjust your number manually, for example, 8.08 meter. It means that the distance between a camera lens and the focus point is the 8 meter. So you can number 8 for it and press enter, and we have depth of field. When I increase the depth of field in the Enscape, if you look at the environment, all of them will get blur, and we only have these parts very sharp and easy. So I'm going to reduce it with some number like the 6%, and now I think everything is done for me. I will come to the image bar in here. If I use the auto contrast, it will detect lights in the environment automatically, and it will change it very simple and easy. So I need some warm color, so I'm going to reduce the color temperature in some number about 5200 Kelvin. And if I increase the saturation, I will see vibrance in my colors. I always talk about that many times. Saturation is really dangerous for your renders because it can make your render completely out of the realism. So always manage this number very decay. So about some number 104% can be really good. Motion blur is not useful in here. I don't want to use bloom option, so I'm going to convert it to the 0. And we have lens flare job in here, so I'm gonna change it to 39, for example. Vignette is not useful, so I'm going to reduce it. Some number about 10% can be good. And chromatic abbreviation is 0. I will come back to the atmosphere in here, and we have night sky brightness. So when I increase the night sky brightness with some number about 188%, I can see some small changes outside of the house, but it's completely not important. So shadow sharpness must be very soft because we have interior render, and it's about 26%. Artificial light brightness, we increase it. If you want, you can increase it more with some number about 166%. And ambient brightness helps you to create interior lightings at the daytime rendering. So now it's not important, so I don't want to change it. We have a sky option. If I click on the white background, I will see white environment outside of my house, and it can be good. So output is good in here, and only we have some works with these materials in this place. So I'm gonna minimize my Enscape environment. I'm gonna click on this roof in here. I'm gonna select these lights in here, and I want to fit them with my model because I want to see the details of them, something like that. And I think I must reduce the exposure about 56%. Now it's much better, and I can come and use the look around option. Select these rectangle light in here, click on the Enscape object, and reduce my luminance power about 10,000 luminance. Now I think normalized in here, so I'm going to use the look around again, and I'm gonna select these teal material in this place. So look at these places in here. When I click on the teal option, I'm going to click on the Enscape material editor. We have teal option in here. I'm going to convert the color to the white, and I'm going to change it to the self-illuminate. As you can see, now we have some big differences in this place, and it makes your renders much realistic. So I think everything is good right now. I can decrease it about 4,000 candela, and roughness is about 0. So now I only want to select this light in my environment, a spotlight, and when I increase the spotlight, you can see the changes in this place. So be careful about the using the spotlights. Sometimes they can make your render realistic, and sometimes they can destroy your render completely. So 100 candela is really good number, and I want to reduce the beam angle about some narrow angle. 40 degree can be really good, and close my job. So I'm going to maximize my screen in here, and now time for the rendering. For this reason, I'm gonna select screenshot in here. I'm gonna use the desktop and call it interior kitchen render, and press save. As you can see, it depends on your system, and when I minimize it, this interior kitchen render will be ready for us. So when I click on it, I can see, and this is the render that we have in here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for your watching. Please comment your opinion about this video, subscribe our YouTube channel, and goodbye.